throw her down the stairs. 3G says a good choke will suffice. 3G, yesterday when I was choking Rachel, or not yesterday, Saturday, when I was choking Rachel, you were like, choke that up. Stop. I already told you guys I am the most gangster person that you're ever going to meet, but you guys don't believe me. You guys don't believe me. No, I've been smoking crack. I haven't eaten in days. You guys better not clip this. I will sue you. I will sue you for defamation and many other things. Record this. We'll make it go platinum. You better not. You auto tune. I will sue your panties off. I will sue all of you. All of you are getting.
I'm writing reports on all of you. Shoot program. I'll have you guys playing basketball in Pelican Bay. By the time I'm done with you, whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. King Kong ain't cussing on me. You know it's hard out here for a pimp when they trying to get that money for the rent. For the Cadillacs and gas money spent will cause a whole lot of B-words jumping ship. It's hard out here for a pimp trying to get that money for the rent. You know what I mean, man?
I'm writing course on all of your shoot program. I have you guys playing basketball in Pelican Bay. By the time I'm done with you, whoop that trick, whoop that trick. King Kong ain't got nothing on me. You know it's hard out here for a lioness when you're trying to get that money for the rent. For the Cadillacs and gas money spent will cause a whole lot of B-words jumping ship. It's hard out here for a lioness trying to get that money for the rent. You know what I mean, man. Man.
Hi. Hello, everyone. I came down here to the tea room because I know that the internet has been a little crazy. Let me know if my audio is sounding like it was the last couple of times, okay? Because I can't. I listened back to the last live stream that we did, and you guys are patient. I appreciate you guys for being so patient. But man, when I listened back to it, I was like, how did you guys still stay with me with the sound being that bad? You guys still hung out with me. I appreciate you guys so very much for that, because I don't know if I would have been able to handle it. I don't know if I would have been able to stay with the audio that bad on a show that I'm watching. So I appreciate you all for staying with me. And yeah, so you guys are saying it's okay now? Okay, well, as long as it's really good right now, then we'll try this way. Yeah, let me know. And if it does start messing up, please let me know straight away, because I don't like that audio sound. That sounds no good. That was actually so sick. Keep rapping, forget politics, go off. That's sweet. That's sweet of you. Hey, okay, so the audio is good here. Awesome. All right, here we go. So it's hard out here for a lioness when they're trying to get the money for the rent. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not. But hi, Mr. Renegade. Hello. You said we understood most of it anyway. I appreciate you guys. Aaron. Oh. All right, here we go. So thank you all for joining me today. And I want us to begin with how crappy women are and the reason why I'm a woman-hating pick-me. The reason I became a woman-hating pick-me was because I feel like I'm an intervention. Look, here we go. So I used to be normal, but it was just like, after hanging out so many times with just whores, I just turned into a pick-me, because it was either go this route or that route, and I wasn't going to become a whore, so I just decided to become a pick-me. And ever since then, my life has changed, and I've been living like a rich girl, and I really enjoy my life. I mean, to be honest, I think I don't want to change. I know my parents say that I should, but this is where I want to be. The pick-me life is definitely for me. And yeah. So the reason I want to talk to you guys today, the title of the stream is, Will You Give Charity to the Modern Women of Today? The reason I ask you this is because after Harris's loss, women have been coming out all over the internet talking about how Harris' campaign needs money. They are broke. They are looking for money. Other women are coming out saying that they need money to fund their new movement. Other women are coming out and saying that they feel like they are in a war against men. Now that Donald Trump is in office, they're saying that this is the beginning of the war on women. The war on women has begun. So they are asking for funds, money, and basically loyalty. They're asking for extreme loyalty for their cause because women are at stake here. Women are at risk, and the war on women needs to be funded somehow. I wanted, and this is the reason why I talked to you guys, because I was like, I wonder what my pride would say about that. Will my pride donate to their cause? Will you donate to this noble cause of theirs? They have a war on women that they are trying to fight. And because of Harris's loss, they feel like they are starting off already in a bad position. Omi, where are you going? Why? Omi.
Do talking.
Okay. So, sorry guys, I have family here and they were quiet in their room. So I was like, now they're running away from me. I'm like, don't run. No, she's gonna go make some tea. So anyway, back to what I was saying. So yeah, the war on women has begun, and I wanted to talk to you guys about this. Hold on. Okay, I have these things already set up and I have them in my email. So what I'm going to do is pull this up and share these articles with you. Okay, here we go. Everyone say thank you to Larry for graciously making us our list, our weekly list. I want to get straight into the women's. Larry, were you able to add, hold on one second, guys. One second, let me mute myself. Let me see. I'm going to see if he was able to add this article that I asked him to. It doesn't look like he was able to add it. It's okay. I'll pull it up myself then. All right. Okay, here it is. I found it. So here it is. The article is regarding cancer patients calling out women of the 4B movement for shaving their heads to make themselves less attractive to men. Okay? This is the thing. So women were Okay, so women were saying that they are going to shave their heads in the 4B movement in order to make themselves less attractive to men. Cancer patients took offense to that. Well, not really took offense to it, but they noticed it and called it out and said, So your idea of making yourselves less attractive is shaving your hair off. We have to shave our hair off because we are cancer patients. So are you saying that we are less attractive to men because we don't have hair? And now you're trying to look like us in order to make yourselves less attractive to men? So I guess the look of unattractiveness is looking like a cancer patient. That's basically what they're saying. And I want to pull up the article, so hold on. I'm pulling it up right now. Oh, here we are. Wow, there are many. Oh my gosh, there are many. There are many women calling these out. This is, you know what? These people, the leftists, it's like they are trying so hard to offend the right, but they only end up offending people who are actual noble people or people who are actually good, because you're trying so hard, but they don't realize, and all in trying to offend people on the right, all you're doing is offending people who are good, because people on the right like people who are good. So here it is. I found it. Cancer patients are calling out women who are shaving their heads to make themselves less attractive to men after the Trump election win. The responses from liberals to Donald Trump's landslide victory haven't exactly been rational, says the article. Jimmy Kimmel started crying during his monologue the night after the election. Oh my gosh, Jimmy Kimmel cried the night after the election? Is that true? Oh my gosh. Hold on, guys. I want to make sure the computer doesn't start overheating and acting crazy. Somebody told me to put a pen or a pencil under it, and then that way it could breathe. So let me get something. All right, I found this. This is what we beat the children with when they act out, so I can use this. All right, here we go. Okay, there we go. Now, all right, so Jimmy Kimmel cried during his monologue the night after the election. The View, oh my God, the cackling hens from The View encourage their audience to skip Thanksgiving dinner if their family members voted for Trump. Are you well, I'm not even gonna say are you crazy, we already know. They're encouraging families to not have Thanksgiving dinner together because some members voted for the winner. Anyway, you know what? Anybody who would listen to those cackling hyenas in the first place, we don't want them at Thanksgiving dinner anyway. So if you are the type that will listen to those wenches, those bed wenches, if you would listen to them, then maybe you shouldn't be at Thanksgiving dinner anyway. They are having a rough time adjusting, okay? Immediately after the election, many women even began claiming that they would be participating in the 4B movement and withholding sex from men for the next 4 years. Now, regarding the 4B movement, we've talked about it a little bit, me and you guys, but the origins of the 4B movement comes from South Korea. And of course, my battery is low, so I'll charge it in a second. But it comes from South Korea, and it's a protest for women's rights. And now women in America are turning to the 4 pillars of that movement in response to what they perceive as a threat for women from Trump. And the 4B movement includes no sex with men, no dating men, no giving them children, and no marriage. Hold on a second. It looks like my mom needs Okay, so yeah, it includes all of those things because they see it as a way to hurt men. So their idea is to starve men for the next 4 years. But it seems that some women are taking it a step further and shaving their heads in order to be less attractive to men because they say that long hair has been for centuries a way that men have controlled women by making women grow their hair long and keep it long for some type of control over women. I don't understand what that means because I believe it was women who decided to keep their hair long, not men. But they're saying that because men like it, that's the only reason why women keep their hair long. The other thing is that they say that men want women to keep their hair long as another way to dominate them. So I'm assuming that this is a way to what? Beat women? That if they have long hair, it's easier to grab control of them or something? I have no idea. These women are off their rockers. I call their bluff. Zpass says there are many holidays that have historical background but have more surface level practices. You can eat food with family. It doesn't mean that you're celebrating the killing of an indigenous group. Zpass, Zpass, Zpass. Thanksgiving has nothing to do with killing an indigenous group. I mean, I don't even know where that came from, but you I know this is probably not your thought, but when wars happen, there's a loser. You know what I mean? Hold on one second. All right. Hold on a second. They're allowed to shave their head, but I don't think it'll help. Dr. M says there was that one lady on The View that actually gave a reasonable take on why Trump won, but everyone else on the panel started freaking out because they could only imagine it being misogyny. Every time that somebody logical is on The View, do you guys notice how quiet it gets on their table? You know how that table, every time they're talking about something illogical and something lefty, they are cackling, they're happy, they're laughing. And then as soon as someone starts speaking logical, all of a sudden it gets super quiet and all you see is faces being made. And it's like, did these people, oh my gosh, anyway. Oh, Lippo, stop it. Go to the naughty corner. Jeremy Lee says, remember that cult member at the airport on the movie Airplane? This is what I think of when I hear about leftists and his head was shaved. Well, I mean, if it was a man and his head was shaved, it's different. It doesn't even, yeah. But I get it. You're just talking about what it reminds you of. Yakub says, they do look feminine with long hair. Who are you talking about? I don't know. It's okay. I agree with women starting a war that they cannot win. Oh my God. All right, let me continue with this article before I move on. Okay, here we go. So apparently shaving their heads isn't their way of, or it is their way of sticking it to the patriarchy by showing that they are not going to conform to society's standard of beauty. Make themselves less desirable to men by shaving their heads, I guess. It seems like a mental breakdown, but I'm no psychiatrist, says the article. This person is putting in their own opinion on it, but I get it. But anyway, it says naturally there are women with cancer or alopecia or any other medical issue that caused them to lose their hair that are now seeing women shaving their head and claiming that it makes them less attractive to men, and they're not happy about that claim. Many of these women have called out to TikTok to expose those shaving their heads to make a political statement. There are plenty of models, high-end top models that are bald. There are many. There's one African lady in particular. She's bald. She has a shaved head, but she's one of the top models of the world. There are also other white models that are shaved heads, and they are top models of the world. Of course, the people who are having meltdowns over Trump's election aren't exactly thinking rationally, of course. I mean, the man that was already president for 4 years, do you think is going to be that different the next time around? If he wasn't Hitler, 4 years ago, you think that he all of a sudden turned into Hitler this time? But anyway, so that was the article, and I think it ends there with what I said. Hold on, wait, actually. Yes, it looks like. Oh, wait. Yeah. Yep, that is. Okay, so that's the end of the article there. That's what the ladies were claiming. The cancer patients were upset about this claim that shaving their heads all of a sudden makes them less desirable or ugly to men. So let me do this, and then we can move on to politics, because I have something else I want to bring up to you, because I also want to talk about women with you guys and see what you guys have to say about women. Hold on a sec. I might have to move us over just a little bit, because this is not long enough for us to. Right, hold on. Okay, it is long enough. Let's go over here. All right, there we go. Okay. All right, here we go. So let's move on to the meat and potatoes of the stream. Here are the meat and potatoes of the stream. Why am I acting like I'm holding a microphone and I'm not? Should I just hold my phone or something so it can look like? All right, I'm going to do this just because I feel comfortable. Leave me alone. All right, okay. Now, since we are still in election season, I will talk about this, but I am just about through with talking about elections. Here is one of our last statements, the beginning of the end of the election, okay? State Democrats have admitted to counting the ballots of illegal aliens. Pennsylvania Democrats admitted to counting disqualified ballots in the midst of a state Senate race recount that will cost $1 million. The final tally will determine whether not Republican Senator-elect David McCormick can move forward, or if the incumbent Democrat Senator Bob Casey will retain his position. The Democrats admitted to counting the illegal votes in violation of state policy and court orders because they wanted to boost their numbers. In fact, County Commissioner Diane Ellis Marseglia defiantly said, and I quote, I think we all know that precedent by a court doesn't matter in this country. Did she just say that? What? Okay, that just came out of my mouth and it sounded so wrong. I think we all know that precedent by a court doesn't matter in this country. As she and other Democrats voted to reject the GOP's challenge to the counting of the illegal ballots, because GOP said, you cannot count those illegal ballots. And now Democrats are voting to reject that. They're trying to say, whatever GOP, we can count the illegal ballots if we please. What do you guys think about that? I will donate for a mic. Do you guys hear the story? Forget the microphone. Do you guys hear the story? It doesn't matter, microphone or not. You guys can hear me. Stop it. He says, they are above the law. No, 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 3G. They are the law. You got to remember, they are the law. They're not above the law. They are the law. When Amira took out the laptop brick, I thought it was an electric razor for a second. What are you talking about? Why can't you guys stay on topic? Let me ask you guys a question. Why are you guys not staying on topic? We are having a conversation here, and you guys are having side conversations about electric razors, laptops, microphones. Can you guys focus, please? Class is in session. There's going to be a test on this later. There's going to be a test later about this. You are the topic. Listen, focus, people. We are here to have a decent, dignified conversation about whatever this is, okay? We have ADHD. Okay, listen to me. Big Mike. Okay, stop. Focus, okay? Here we go. Next story. Michigan Democrats update hate crime law with possible constitutional violations. So there has been a hate crime law in Michigan that was passed by Democrats. So in defiance of the new incoming Michigan legislature, current Democrat members are ramming through an update to the state's hate crime law that will no doubt wind up in a courthouse. The two new House bills are adding sexual orientation, gender identity or expression, and disability or age to the 1988 ethnic intimidation statute. Violations of the updated statute will earn you a space behind bars if your actions are deemed violent or threatening. Skeptical Republicans have decried the update, believing that it violates the First Amendment. Under the statute, critics believe that a person could be arrested for misgendering another person or saying that there are only two genders in public, if they do that on purpose. If you say that there are only two genders in public in front of a person who claims to be of a third gender, that could be an arrestable offense because it will be considered a hate crime because you knew that the person that you said it in front of does not agree with that view. So you could be arrested now for saying that there are only two genders or for misgendering said person. And that is in Michigan. Okay? Anybody here from Michigan? Shadow, you haven't been here for a couple of days, and then the first thing you say when you get over here is, you know what, Shadow? I'm reading things. So, wait, Zealot says, so isn't Michigan in America? Just checking. Apparently Hawaii isn't. Somebody said that once. Somebody said, they were like, oh, you know what? I'm going to take a vacation. Yeah, we're going out of the country. Really? What country are you going to? Hawaii. Okay. But to be fair, when I went to Alaska, I felt like I was leaving the country too, because it really doesn't feel like America. It doesn't. It feels like Mother Russia. It really does feel like Russia. If you guys haven't been to Alaska, there are still parts of Alaska that look like Soviet Russia. And the part that I went to, so I went to Anchorage and Juneau, and both still felt like Soviet Russia. So I don't know. Like, I can understand somebody saying that leaving the continental United States feels like you're going to another country. I get it. I know, Shadow. I know that it was Russian, but you would think that it would have changed. It still does feel Russian. And you guys know, I lived in Russia for a little bit and it feels like Russia. It still feels like Russia. So it's nice. I mean, yeah. Halla habibi, halla bilayal. Hello, habibi. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Okay. Um, so if you guys don't know, the person I had just highlighted, that's my family. So everybody say hello to my family. Hello, family. Hello. All right then. What said yes? A lot of Russians in Alaska as well in Anchorage. Oh, well. Okay, so the next thing is this one. Are you guys ready? My next story for you is this. Eat the bugs. Shut up and eat the bugs. If you guys don't know, Justin Trudeau, the president of Canada, his $9 million mistake. Close, but no cigar for Canada. Canadian President Justin Trudeau, who planned on making Canadians eat the bugs, courtesy of an edible cricket factory. The President of Canada invested $8.5 million of state funds to Aspire Food Group back in 2022. The goal was to develop innovative ways to meet the demand for more sustainably grown food. Basically, putting bugs into the nation's food and making them eat them under the premise that they are something else, or outright telling them that they are eating bugs in hopes that the community or the country, the people, would just accept that they're eating bugs and move on with it. The goal was to develop innovative ways to meet the demand for more sustainably grown food, but instead, the company has laid off 2/3 of its staff. The factory was supposed to hold 4 billion crickets. Okay, so this factory was supposed to hold 4 billion crickets. Do you know how loud that place must be? Do you know how much noise crickets make? Okay, just put 5 crickets in your backyard and you'll be ready to shoot them all with shotguns. 4 billion crickets. And holding those 4 billion crickets, that was supposed to create 13 million kilos of edible cricket protein per year. 4 billion crickets, 13 million kilos. But here we go. Here's the problem. The person said, this is the CEO of this building. He said, we had crickets everywhere. This was said by the CEO, David Rosenberg, while he was speaking with the press about handing out termination letters to 100 out of 150 employees while they were working. My question is, hear me out, guys. What is the employee's job? Are they supposed to chase after the crickets to keep them all together? Do you keep the crickets in a single file line? What are you supposed to do with employees? Here, John, come here. Your job today is to keep the crickets, okay? Keep them on that side of the room, okay? But Jeff, every time I put them on that side, they want to jump to the other side. Okay, just do what I said. Okay, Amy, your job is to keep those crickets quiet. Keep them quiet. Should I freeze them? No, keep them alive and quiet. Okay? This is not a hard job, folks. Okay? This is not hard. You keep the crickets over there and you keep them quiet. What's not to understand? We had crickets everywhere, said David Rosenberg. Rosenberg told reporters that the company will reset its production habits and start hiring next July. But that gave no solace to the employees that just became a part of the holiday termination statistics. Still, David Rosenberg, the CEO, who said there were crickets everywhere, he said that he's going to stand strong on his decision. He said, "We are running out of funding. The economics of keeping people until July did not work. It's tough, but it has to be done." So they are determined to make the Canadian people eat the bugs, whether they like it or not. Good luck with that one. Next, Fannie Willis, our favorite Black woman, Fannie Willis. She has vowed to continue hunting Trump. All right. All right. Who do these people think they are? I mean, okay. Fannie Willis has vowed to continue hunting Trump. But when a woman of her size says that she's hunting a man, I tend to think of other things. I tend to think she may be hungry. But nonetheless, fresh off of winning her re-election by 68% of the vote, AGA Attorney General, Assistant Attorney General, AGA, what is that? God, help me out. I want to say Attorney General, whatever. AGA Fannie Willis has vowed to continue her election interference case against Donald Trump. A legal expert told reporters that even though she likely will not be able to get Trump while he's in office, she can pursue him once he's out of office. And Willis coyly echoed that assessment by reminding her interviewer that she will be in office for another 8 years. So if Trump is only in office for 4, I'll still be in office for another 4 years after he gets out. So I will continue to hunt Donald J. Trump. I think these people secretly have an obsession, kind of like a crush of Trump. I really do. I think they secretly want Trump. They want his cheeks, as they say. They want Trump's booty cheeks. I think they do. And they just refuse to admit it. Because how do you have such an obsession with someone that even after that person wins, you still continue to say that you're going to go after them or you want them? I'm going to hunt him. Look at the words even. Listen to the words that they use for Trump. We're going to hunt him. We're going to get him. We're going to make him feel something. Like, really? What are you? It's like you guys, I don't know, man. It's kind of sick to me. I think that when the lights go out in their room at night and they're all alone, just them and their thoughts and their cat, poor cat, but them, their thoughts and their cat, I think some pretty nasty things happen in that room while they think about Trump. I really do. Poor cat has to witness it, but so sad. So sad. All right, here we go. Hi, Thomas. Welcome in, Thomas. You came at the worst time. I'm sorry. I was in the middle of saying something. What? No, Larry says, Funky Fanny wants to rub her dirty cheeks on Trump's nose. Can I ask you guys something? Well, it's not really a question, but here it is. Watch. Don't you guys think that as much as these people say that they hate Trump, if they secretly found out that Trump actually likes them or Trump wants them, tell me these people wouldn't be delighted to be wanted or desired by Trump. Tell me. Because listen, just hear me out. As much as they were calling him Hitler and all of these things before he won the election, you see all that stuff has gone away now. These people do not really feel the way that they act like they feel about Trump, okay? The truth is, They have something going on secretly. They really do want this guy. I think they do. I mean, that's the only way that I can understand somebody being this obsessed with anyone, because the opposite of love is not hate. The opposite of love is indifference. When you're indifferent to someone, you can't possibly love them. But you can still love someone and hate them at the same time. I believe these people there's something going on there. Because if they really hated him, they would be indifferent to him. They would be impartial to him. They wouldn't care. Why would you care? That somebody you don't love, you don't care about, there's something. There is something. Tell me, Aaron, seriously. In Japanese, that's called tsundere. Tsundere. True, says Aaron. I'm telling you guys. Suka says they're obsessed with Daddy Trump. I know it. Tomas says, and it's the liberal side of my family that I have to cope with. Man. Anoon says, Trump winning the election was the happiest moment all this year. I agree. I agree with you. The other happiest moment was finding out that he didn't get killed when they tried to assassinate him. Knowing that he survived was the other happiest moment, because wow. Yeah, I think at least half of them would gladly jump in the sack. But not even that. It doesn't even have to be in the sack. If they only knew that Trump actually, wanted to have them as a friend, they would automatically switch. But from what I see, it's a bunch of people. I'll tell you this. Okay, hear me out. So when it comes to women, a lot of women, if they feel that they are not a man's type, they will act like that man is not their type too, in order to reject him first. You know what I'm saying? I'll reject him first before he rejects me. So a lot of women do that in order to make themselves seem like they were the ones who decided that. But if that man turned around and said, I actually like that person, I like her as a, whatever, they will turn around and be like, oh, I actually liked you too. I liked you the whole time, actually. And I believe that the majority of the women on the left who are fat, who are slob looking, who are, old and wrinkly, they believe that Trump sees them as, well, let's say that Trump doesn't even see them, that they're invisible, essentially. I think that they believe that they are invisible to Trump. You know what I mean? People like Nancy Pelosi, people like Fannie Willis. What's that lady? She's really fat and she's in politics. She has a gap in her teeth. You guys know who I'm talking about? She has like really curly hair. I forget her name all the time, but she has the gap. But you guys know who I'm talking about. Her, Maxine Waters, all of these ladies, even the ones on The View, Whoopi Goldberg, they believe that Trump doesn't see them as attractive at all. So you would notice that all the women who feel that Trump will find them unattractive, they hate Trump the most. And they call him a misogynist. They call him a woman hater and blah, blah, blah. But that's only because they feel like they aren't attractive to him. Do you know what I'm talking about? That's the thing that I see. I see that a lot of women, especially like those on The View and all of that, this is what they do. They hate Trump because they think that he finds them unattractive. Thank you, Stacey Abrams. Thank you so much. I knew she had a very basic name. I just couldn't remember it. They aren't attractive. But Jamal, that's not even the point. Even them not being attractive, why would that even matter to them? You know what I mean? Why would it matter if he finds you attractive or not? What does that have to do with him as a man, as a person, as a leader, as a political figure? You know what I mean? But in their minds, they put all of these things together and then they hate Trump because of that. And I love your name, by the way, Jamal Obama. I love it. I love it because supposedly Obama has a son. He has a son out there who was removed from this earth somehow or some way. I'm not going to say anything else about that, I guess. Fanny dreams of Daddy Trump. Oh my god. Zelich says, he is still calling for unity despite all the hate that he has received and still is receiving. There's nothing else that he can do. Zelich, what else would he do? I mean, he has to be the president of all America. He has to be the president of everyone, not just of the conservatives. I wouldn't expect anything less of him. He has to do that. If he didn't call for unity, I would be upset at him because I would say, don't divide more. Just, if they don't accept you, they don't like you, whatever. But don't call for more division than we already have. Be a good leader. Aaron says he sees them as they are. Aaron. Hi, Neil. Neil says, Trump was a Democrat until 2009 or so. Not only did they not have an issue with his alleged misogyny, they loved him. Oprah even said he would be a great choice for president. And that was all before he ended up coming down that escalator, right? You guys know, everybody loved Trump. Everybody said that he was amazing. Snoop Dogg loved him. All the rappers loved him. Everybody thought that he was the goal that everybody wanted to be. Everybody looked up to him like, I want to be Trump. I want to be like Trump. There's even a song out there that says, I want to be like Trump. And that was all before he ran for president. Then all of a sudden, now he's a racist and whatever. Lipwall says, well, being the president, he is one of the top dogs, so to speak. Well, he is. And in more than one way. Anun says, these Trump haters are pitiful and pathetic. But you know what? Anun, we have to be fair, right? We have to be fair because think about how they would look at us. How they look at us and they think that we're crazy over Biden. They think that we're crazy over Kamala too. But it honestly is not fair because if they actually try to, the average conservative does not relate Kamala with everything like they do. You know what I mean? So it doesn't work the same, but they think the same way about us. Jeremy says, son with who? Obama's married to a guy. Oh my God. Listen, Jeremy, listen. Obama's son came before he married that guy. Obama's son came before he married Big Mike. Big Mike. His son came before that. There are people who have met Obama's son, and now he's fallen off the face of the earth. We don't know where he is. Big Mike. And people calling me racist because I said that Michelle Obama is a man has nothing to do with race. Has nothing to do with race because there are beautiful black women out there just like there are beautiful white women and beautiful Latinos and beautiful everybody's. The only people I don't find beautiful are, never mind, I'm not going to say that. But that has nothing to do with her race, okay? So nobody called me racist because Big Mike, that is a man. It's a man, baby. That's a man, baby. Because no man on God's green flat earth goes around calling his wife the masculine form of her name. No man with a wife named Andrea calls their wife Andrew. No man with their wife named Maria calls their wife Mario. No man with a wife named Amira goes around calling his wife Amir. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. That's why I say, that's a man, baby. That's a man. He said, my vote is in the hands. He called Big Mike in front of the world so many times. I refuse to believe. I refuse to believe. Yes, yes. Yakub says, Amira, you must be so happy that the Muslims voted for Trump. I am, of course. I've been waiting for my people to turn around and, you know, follow logic. I've been waiting for it because I was scared about my own community going down the wrong path too. You know what I mean? I didn't want us to be like the Christians. Sorry, Christians, but I didn't want us to be like you guys, having rainbow flags flying in front of our churches and stuff. We can't do that. No. And that's why I say the Christians need to get a hold of those the leaders of the Christian leaders and tell them, take that flag down. Do not fly a rainbow flag in front of the Christian church. Do not welcome that, but yeah, I was scared that we were going to start following that path. I was scared. I was scared for a second because so many Muslims were going along with the get along of CNN talking about like, oh yeah, well, Trump doesn't like Muslims, so I'm not going to vote for him. No, Trump doesn't like terrorists. Are you saying that you'd rather go with the terrorist side because you don't want to? Come on, stop. I don't like terrorists either. So yes, I vote for Trump. Big Amir. Stupid. So dumb. Like, oh, Shadow says it has everything to do with Barack being a gay man who likes blowing up hospitals. Did you guys see that guy who came out? It was a white man who came out and said that he and Obama had done blow or coke, whatever, that they were doing coke together and drinking together for years, that they had done this together, and like they would hang out and then they would do sexual acts and all of that when they were high and drunk and all these things, and that Obama would show up to his house at like 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning, hadn't slept yet, and you know what I mean? Like all these stories that this gentleman was saying, and he actually had pictures. He had pictures of him and Obama together. That man is gone. Have you guys heard from him? I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him since that interview came out. You remember that, Nuka? Okay, so I'm not the only one who saw that. I haven't seen that guy since that interview came out. He's been gone. Yes, he disappeared. And then people are like, "Oh, well, he disappeared because it wasn't true. He was just okay, so if it's not true, where did those pictures come from? Because these were pictures before the technology that we have now to edit things and AI and all that. This was way before that. And another thing, he wasn't the only one who had a story similar. He was just the only one who went into detail. Now, why is it that so many people have this view of Obama? If it isn't true, then, and another thing, if it's not true, why take care of him? Why delete him, right? If it's not true, let him talk. He's just a psychotic, he's off his rocker. Who cares, right? It's the same thing with, do you guys know Jaguar Wright? Do you guys know who I'm talking about? I know Larry does, but do the rest of you guys know who I'm talking about? There's a woman named Jaguar Wright who's going around, and she has been doing this for years, but more recently, 2 years ago, she made a video talking about P. Diddy and talking about how P. Diddy does all these parties and this type of drugs, and he was doing these things to his girlfriend Cassie. And then she said all of these things, and people said that she was on drugs. They said she was on drugs. She's making up stories. She's making up lies. That's not true. P. Diddy, even though he has parties and all that, he's not a sick man. He's definitely not a faggot and blah, blah, blah. And then what happened last year? It came out that P. Diddy was doing all these things, but there was no proof until that video came out from that hotel of him, of Cassie, his girlfriend at the time, trying to leave a hotel room. She was leaving with a hoodie up and she tried to get to the elevator and she was pushing the elevator door. And who comes out running after her? Well, none other than P. Diddy with just a towel on. He just had a towel covering his rear end and he was chasing after her. And once he got her at the elevator, what did he do? He yanked her by her hair and her head down to the floor, stomped her out, yanked her by her hair a little bit more. And because she wasn't complying, he stomped her out again for a little bit more and then dragged her by her hair back into that hotel room. And we don't know what happened to her after that, but we can all imagine because we saw a little preview of what was about to happen to her at the hotel room. And then once that came out, then people were like, oh, maybe Jaguar Wright was telling the truth. But Jaguar Wright is not dead. That's what I'm saying. So if it's true what that man was saying about Obama, then why they kill him? I don't know. I mean, I'm just, but I think there are people who are trying to kill Jaguar Wright too, because obviously she talks too much. And yes, the baby oil salesman. He's the baby oil salesman. It's been speculated that P. Diddy had all of these jars and jars of what looked like baby oil, but it wasn't actually baby oil. It said it was Johnson's baby oil, but inside of it, it wasn't actually baby oil. It was a liquid form of a drug, supposedly. Who knows? But you guys know, P. Diddy isn't getting out of prison. He's not getting out of prison. His bond has been revoked. He even offered to give the judge $50 million. And even then, the judge said, nope. They're keeping him in prison. And he is going to sing like Beyonce. He is going to sing, sing, sing. And I can't wait to hear what he has to sing about, because I'm sure that people like Jay-Z, Clive Davis, a couple of other people are going down. There's people who are going to go down behind P. Diddy. So whatever. Anyway, I went into another topic in total. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. But those who are with me, you guys understand. Obama was born in Kenya. Kenya. Bito says, those who engage in outrageous debauchery will pay eventually. Nobody ever told Diddy about KY? KY? Kentucky?
KY is a sexual lubricant.
Who said that? Who said that? Who? What? Oh, Blindy, go to the naughty corner right now. You march your hiney over to the naughty corner right now. What is wrong with you? Baby oil works just fine. I need to focus on the topic at hand, which I don't even know what the topic is anymore. But lots of well-known people will crash because of their close association with P. Diddy. Not only that, Beetle, going to the parties. It's the parties that get people, because he had cameras in all of those rooms. All of those rooms that people thought that they were safe to enjoy their fantasies and to live their dream and be high and do whatever. Those things are all being exposed. They're all being exposed. And why would you ever think that you are safe to be a nasty, pervertive degenerate in the house of P. Diddy? Why would you ever think? So all of those videos that this man has of all of those entertainers and all of that damage that he did to Justin Bieber and Usher giving Justin Bieber to P. Diddy as a child. All of these things happening in front of the world. And what about that one girl? Do you guys remember that P. Diddy adopted a little girl? Do you guys remember that? Where's that little girl? He adopted this little white girl, and he did a couple of videos of this one little white girl, and it was like in a room full of 10 other men, all black men, and they were all in this room with this one little white girl. And he said that he had adopted her because he wanted to take care of her. Come on, guys. There is some nasty, nasty stuff that the FBI has discovered. Because me working in the law field, when a judge says you don't get bond, they have something on you that bond cannot fix. That means that you are federally fooked. That's what that means. And we all know that P. Diddy is not a jailbird. He's not a person who can survive in jail. He has lived the luxury life too long. He's lived luxury life. He's been able to have all the drugs he wants. He's been able to be high and in luxury and eating filet mignon and having all of these things delivered to his home so he wouldn't have to go outside in front of the people. He will not survive in jail or prison. He is going to sing, and he's going to sing. He even said it before. If I go down, we all go down. So that's why Jay-Z has been really quiet recently. Oh my gosh. Little Poet Boy says Amina's nails are fire. I appreciate it. I feel a little bit crazy for having them, but they're metal. It's like a metal. I don't know how to say it. They're metal kind of at the bottom. At the bottom it's metal, and at the top it's nail. Bottom is metal, top is nail. I'm surprised you even noticed it. I know. They're a little crazy. But every now and again I like to have nice nails, but yeah. They're a little bit too much for me though. I'll take them off soon. Can you stop, Larry? Stop it. Fuad says, did anyone see what Denzel Washington did to Jay-Z at the game because of P. Diddy? It's all over the media. Huh. Let me see what that is. I'm curious. Let's see. Denzel Washington. Oh. Oh. No, wait. Wait, this was a year ago. This isn't recent. Hold on. Let me see if I can find something recent. Oh, Denzel Washington ignored Jay-Z. So Jay-Z tried to reach out and okay, so they were at a game and Denzel Washington was walking past Jay-Z. Jay-Z tried to extend his hand to salute Denzel Washington. Denzel Washington moved his hand and walked right past him. Pushed him. He even pushed him. He pushed his hand too. You guys want to see? Hold on. I'll play the video for you guys so you guys can see. Okay, here we go. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. Here it is. So, they were at the game. There's Jay-Z, right? Denzel Washington is about to walk past him. See? There he is. Denzel Washington is right there. Look. Denzel, what does he do? Pushes his hand off of him. You see? Jay-Z keeps trying to grab his hand, and Denzel aggressively pushed him. Like, don't touch me. Wow. Wow, that's crazy. You know what? I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Denzel Washington he does not like nasty stuff like that. And look at Shannon Sharp. There's Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp is, oh my gosh, that is wild. But mad respect. Denzel Washington, he is one of the few actors or a few Hollywood people that has kept his nose clean all this time. You think he's going to ruin it for Jay-Z? He doesn't even want to be associated with that. Denzel Washington is amazing. You know another thing? Denzel Washington was probably thinking, I don't know where that hand's been. After all the things that's come out from you, I don't want to know where your hand has been. Don't touch me. Do you guys remember when he was in Malcolm X? When Denzel Washington was playing Malcolm X? He said, "Get your hands off me." Get your hands off me. Denzel Washington, in the majority of his movies, actually says that. Get your hands off me. He says that in almost every one of his movies. You guys can look it up yourselves. Look it up on YouTube, compilation of Denzel Washington saying, "Get your hands off me." He does it in American Gangster. He does it in Malcolm X and plenty other movies. Get your hands off me. And he actually did it in real life. You know how disrespectful? So if it wasn't deserved, I would say that what he did was extremely disrespectful because of the way he did it. He did it in front of everyone and he went like that, like, get off me. Like it wasn't even a chance that it was like, oh, it was by accident. No, it is clear he didn't want to be touched by Jay-Z. I respect him. I respect Denzel Washington so very much. Speaking of Denzel Washington, there is a new movie coming out that I recommend that everybody sees that Denzel Washington is starring in. The movie is taken in the time of the Spartans, of the gladiators, and all of that. It's kind of a old Greek movie kind of style, but it's coming out pretty soon here, and I recommend that everyone go see it. Let me look at the name of it because I want you guys to go see it. New Denzel movie. All right, here it is. Gladiator 2. Gladiator 2. It will be coming out pretty soon here. Hold on, let me see when it's coming out exactly. I don't know when it is coming out. Release date. All right. November the 22nd. It's coming out on November the 22nd, I believe, which is pretty soon here. Yeah, Friday. So if you guys have a chance, please go see that movie. It will be epic. I saw the trailer for it. Okay. And pretty much every movie that Denzel Washington is in is fire. Okay. So I recommend all of you guys going to go see it because I will be right in the theater next to you. If you guys don't know anything, Amira will be in the theater right next to you watching that movie. Me and my popcorn and my nachos all together. So it's going to be amazing. Yes, Yaku. Denzel is the man on fire. You guys remember that Denzel Washington learned Spanish just so he could make that movie Man on Fire? That was amazing. Oh, really, Samael? He says Denzel said they cut the scene in Gladiator 2 where he made out with a dude. Who made out with a dude? Who are you talking about? Don't. First of all, I will not tolerate any slander of Denzel Washington on this channel. I will not. I will not. Samael, you can get sent to the naughty corner. It can happen. No one will slander my Denzel Washington. Has anyone noticed Fuel Drop The price of petrol has dropped since election day. The station that you go down to is down 35 cents already. I have noticed that actually. I thank you for reminding me to bring it up. Anoon says, until recently, he was the standard of masculinity for all men like myself, until do that nasty homo kiss on Gladiator 2. Until he did that nasty homo kiss on Gladiator 2. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Because listen, from what I know, men do kiss in certain cultures, and it's not homo. Are we talking about a French, like French, Italians, Arab men? They all kiss each other when they greet. Are you talking about like that? Or are we talking about lips to lips, 3 seconds kissing? Are we talking about seconds kissing, or are we talking about a peck to say hello? What are we talking about? Because you guys are making me mad. I don't want to hear any slander of my Denzel, and I am getting really upset. What are you guys talking about? I know. 4B. No. No, no, no. Oh, I'm happy for you, little poet boy. But what are you guys talking about Denzel? What are you guys talking about? Mr. Renegade said slander. He was the one who said it. Who said what? Are you talking? Listen, I'm putting the link in the chat so you guys can come tell me who are you talking about, because you guys aren't writing it right. What?
I am trying to find the interview where he talked about where Denzel Washington said they cut the scene.
What do you mean? So did he do the kiss or did he not?
He did the kiss. They filmed the kiss. Then they cut it out of the final product of the movie. And he was talking to some gay info zine about it.
So he did it for the movie, and then he requested it be taken out?
No, he didn't request it be taken out. The directors and the producers took it out. He was complaining that they took it out. And he said, I guess people aren't ready for that. As far as I can tell, he was all for it.
There has to be more to the story. There has to be more to this. I refuse to believe that.
There might be. There may very well be.
I know he's a Hollywood actor, but he has so aside from his acting, okay, Denzel, everything that he has said as a person, not acting, as a person, has been right. He's always seemed decent to me.
Well, and that honestly, it could probably be chalked under an actor doing his job. Maybe the character he's playing is not so wholesome.
Okay, but this was an interview of him being out of character, correct?
Yeah, he was being himself.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So he wasn't in character when he said that. So that's why I'm like, what are you talking about? He'll say he wants the gay stuff in to appease the Twitter psychopaths. It could have been to please the left or the Hollywood weirdos, but he's never been a Hollywood weirdo pleaser. So that's why I'm like, really? That you guys just made me sad. You guys really made me sad. Dr. M, leave me alone. I'm sad. I feel like I just found out the fairy tale, like the tooth fairy doesn't exist.
I'm not convinced that anybody in Hollywood is wholesome. Anyone. Not entirely. I think it does something to a man. I think it changes them.
Well, certainly, but he's always been so good. But but yeah, I okay. Well, I guess I guess. What do you mean Santa died fighting aliens? Okay, listen. What? Why? Mike Tyson is not like that.
No, he got interviewed in the locker room, and the asshole cameraman filmed him when he turned around. He was wearing his gear.
Everything is crashing down. My whole world is crashing down. Mike Tyson too.
Hmm.
Huh. I feel my whole world is crashing down. What do you mean he's still the man, Mr. Renegade? If he's the man kissing another man and he's proud of it, and I don't know, it makes me feel weird. I'm weird about that. Hmm.
I'm not
I mean, but
finding
how
the
bad?
short clip.
But how bad was the kiss? That's what I want to know. Because, like I said, in our culture, men kiss, but they're not gay at all. There's nothing gay about it. They kiss because that's the culture. It's tradition. It's not. So that's what I'm saying.
The-
Like, what was the kiss?
We're talking about ancient Rome. It was probably not just cultural.
Okay. Okay. Well then. Oh, Zealage, you have a point. He said, "This is why they say never meet your heroes."
Hmm.
Oh, they're gonna let you down every time, won't they? Hmm. Dang, that's sad. Because you guys know there are people that I look up to in this world, and there are people that I feel that are very based, and I feel that they are good, normal people. But I guess I shouldn't depend on anybody from Hollywood, of course. Hollywood is weird. We know that. But, oh man, it's just so sad. I just want to know, what did the kiss look like? How long was the kiss? Was
Odds are we'll never know if it was cut content unless it gets added to like a DVD, a special feature or something, or Blu-ray or
right,
whatever technology we're on now.
right. You should make a cup of tea. No, I'm gonna order a pizza now. I'm gonna order a pizza. You know what? That's what we're gonna do. We are going to order a pizza. We're gonna do that right now. Right
I thought
now.
it. What? So explain to me, because you said this to me a couple of times. What is Ibiza? Is it? Because I thought that was a city somewhere in Spain.
Pizza. You don't know what pizza is?
No, I don't know what Ibiza is. That's why I'm
What
asking.
are you? Oh, you're American. Okay, wait.
I live in the middle of nowhere.
This one, but without the pepperoni. Without the
Oh,
pepperoni,
pizza.
pizza. That's what I said.
Okay, I gotcha. I just misheard you. That's all.
Okay. I'm going to order pizza now, and just give me a second. Let me. And you guys do not listen to my address, okay?
We could just mute you if you want.
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm hungry. I don't want you guys listening in silence. It's not nice.
No, fair enough.
But good idea, Aaron. Thank you. I do need something. Don't. Oh my God. You better not. You better not listen to my credit card. What you mean for English, press one? This is freaking America. We shouldn't have to press one for our own native language. Hello?
For Haitian French, press 3.
Hello? I would like to make an order. It's AI. I would like a medium double cheese pizza. No. What is a dipping cup? No. No. Yes. Deliver. Nine oh two one zero. Yes. Yes. No. Cash. Maria. Yes. Save it as my favorite. You talk too much. Uh, two? No. No, I take it back. No, I take it back. I take it back. One. One. Thank you. She understood me. When I said you talk too much, she said, I'm sorry about that. She said, how would you rate your experience today? I said, you talk too much. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. This AI is getting crazy. What do you mean Maria didn't sound like that? What do you mean, Samael, you're on the stream? Say it to my face.
I
What do you
said she
mean?
didn't like that. When you said she talks too much, the look on your face was just like, oh, I talk too much. That's what it sounded like you were hearing.
Oh, I thought you said because no, she said, "What name do you want me to put the order under?" And I said Maria, and then I said my name is Maria, but she understood everything I said. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, you ordered a Visa with extra cheese on it.
I mean, extra cheese. Well, because if you get the normal cheese, they only give you like one layer, but you have to ask for extra. Because if you just say cheese pizza, they just say, oh, okay, we're just gonna put, and it's like half tomato sauce.
So
So
it's basically so if you just get regular cheese on a Visa, it's like you can only go to one country. It's
are you
pronounced pizza, not Visa. It
listen?
sounds
Don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me
I'm,
what to do.
I'm just helping you out. It's
No,
just like
no,
going
no,
to school.
no, no, no. You think you're smart, but listen,
I have
my
a master's
English,
degree.
my English is better than the majority of Americans. Okay. Sometimes, listen, when I'm reading, I can speak English very, very well. But sometimes when I'm just hanging out and talking, it messes up a little bit. But people
It's fine.
understand what I mean.
Your English is fine.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm not like Sam, where he's always got something negative to say.
What? I shut
Well,
up.
Sam lives, he lives in a negative world, so it's okay. No, no, no. 3G says, speak American, dang it. Omi! Omi! I, no, no, no. I ordered pizza. No, no, no. Let me tell her to not come. She's going to come.
She ordered the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Yeah. So pizza's good. I don't
Yeah,
know what
pizza's
pizza
great.
is.
I mean, you can put extra cheese and meat and stuff on a Visa, but I don't know why you do that. You're just
There's
gonna
not
mess it
really a
up.
lot. Like, are we talking about like the permissions, your
The
papers,
hell
or
is
are
she
we talking
doing?
about like the credit card, or because you can't
I
really fit
mean,
that many pepperonis on the credit card?
I guess. I mean,
And
you can buy pizza with a Visa.
You prefer pizza from where? Wait,
I think
okay,
he's
I have a
saying he
question.
prefers
We
I
have an
have a
answer.
question. So you said that it's pronounced pizza, pizza, right? With
No,
pizza with a
pizza.
P.
pizza, pizza.
Yes,
So if
Yes.
it's pronounced pizza, then why is there no T?
because it's Italian.
Ugh.
A double Z has a S sound in Italian.
Mhm.
Who said?
Italy.
The Italians?
That's not I never hear any Italian say pizza. I don't hear
I
them
have.
say look. Exactly. That's how it should be spelled. If it's going to be pronounced pizza, it should be Z there. Huh?
I agree, but it's
I
not spelled
agree
that
with
way.
you too. Yeah, I agree with you too.
I would like to see Amira and AOC argue in Spanish.
Oh, have you noticed that AOC has been slowly turning on the Democrat Party, and in fact, she took her pronouns off of her name on one of her social media. She like took her pronouns off, and then she like started firing shots at the Democrat Party. Like she was like calling them fake without saying any names. She was like, "Well, people are tired of politicians saying things that they don't really mean." Saying that they're going to do stuff that they really have no plans on doing.
They no, but before you know it, she's going to be like Tulsi Gabbard. She's gonna turn and she's gonna be like, you know what? I'm actually a Republican. Ha.
That's what you call survival, and she in a wrong state to do that too, especially with the people surrounding her and how they're gearing up to fight Trump. They're all gearing up to fight Trump, and then you got that stupid mayor over there in Chicago just outright saying, We're not going to help Trump do this and do that."
They
He's going to
said
fight
they
him
said
on illegal immigration.
they're gonna continue. They said they said they're gonna protect their people against Trump. They said they're gonna Trumpify their state. I think that was in Illinois or Ohio. He said he's gonna
No, it's
Trumpify
not Ohio. That was Chicago. Ohio's going all the way.
Illinois. I said Illinois. So he's like, yeah,
Yeah.
we're going to Trumpify our state and we're going to make it so that Trump cannot hurt our people. What are you talking about?
You know, it's gas. It's just it's rhetoric because everybody knows states have rights anyway. But if they start interfering with functions that the federal government is actually responsible for, they can find themselves in handcuffs and hit with federal charges. So they're just talking, you know. And I love how they're sitting there making it sound like Trump is just basically creating some mass genocide with these mass deportations, but they forget that the current deportation record held by Bill Clinton stands at 11 million,
Huh.
and and
That
freaking
was Bill
Obama
Clinton?
after him, Obama deported 5 million. They weren't saying that then.
So wait, so you're saying Bill Clinton has the record?
He currently holds the record for deporting the most amount of illegal immigrants.
Huh. Well,
It was
Trump is
also a
about to be that.
Democrat. It was also a Democrat that put Japanese Americans in internment camps during World War II.
Well, Trump is about to beat that record probably by 10, I think. What did his new border czar say? He said it's going to be the mass deportation that you guys have never seen. He said that he's going to start deporting families together.
Well, yeah, because here's the thing: if if they want to go, they can go. They're gonna help them leave. I mean, he can't kick out American citizens by law, of course, but they're probably gonna offer and say, hey, well, you don't want to be separated from your loved one. We will buy you a ticket out of here too, because
I am
you
so
shouldn't have married them.
happy.
Either shouldn't have married them, or you should have made sure that things were done right before you did.
I'm so happy. I can't wait to see all of the deportations. And you know what they're gonna say? They're gonna start saying, "Oh well, this is against civil rights. This is against the Constitution. This is, they're gonna start trying to claim that this is against the foundation of America's birth, and all of this."
And you know what's gonna happen? Nothing. They're gonna go out. They're gonna try to put it in court, and it's not gonna work. They're just gonna waste money.
What do you guys think about Trump saying that he's gonna, when he gets in office, in order to bring down our petrol prices, he's going to use American gas for a while until we can get our petrol prices back down. He's
He
gonna
has
use
no
it.
choice thanks to what that idiot did.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. I mean, you guys know what I feel like? I feel like we have a bright future ahead of us. And I know when I did this, it looked wrong. Like we have a bright future ahead of us. And I think that we should be excited. I am so excited for the future. And I haven't been excited for the future in a very long time.
Hmm.
Yakub says he's excited too. I am so happy.
Yeah, I'll bet he's pinching his nipples at what's about to happen.
Yeah. Well, it's not even just about Trump, PNC. It's not just about Trump. It's about his cabinet. Have you seen the people that he's picking to
Yep.
take care? Like, even if you don't like Trump, PNC, the people that are in his cabinet are people that you need to watch out for because these are real gangsters. These are real people that are, as they say, about that life.
Yep.
And
And they're freaking out. Democrats. When you see John Bolton, the war hawk himself, on there complaining about Tulsi Gabbard, Tulsi Gabbard about like, oh well,
I mean, Tulsi Gabbard is like the most uh, vanilla Republican, as they say.
anti-war, yeah.
Yeah, she's so calm and relaxed, and she's the most, how can you say,
Frost.
middle ground.
Frost, respectfully, I have to agree.
What happened? What did he say? Oh
He
yeah.
said Tulsi can get it. Hey, that's a beautiful woman.
Oh okay. But yeah, and it's just like she's the most middle ground person, and now they're starting to act like they're afraid of her. If you're afraid of Tulsi Gabbard, my
Well, you know
God.
why they're afraid of her, right? Because of the position he
Because
put her
she's
in.
one of them.
These people they put her on a terror watch list.
She's one of them. Who said that? Somebody, did you say that?
I did say that I don't trust Tulsi as far as I can throw her.
You don't trust
She's all of a
anybody.
sudden. She's all of a sudden pro 2A. She's a member of the young WEF leaders. No, she's a plant.
She's always been pro 2A, even when she was a Democrat.
Not for everybody. She hasn't been.
She's a veteran.
Yeah, pro 2A for veterans, pro 2A for police and for law enforcement, not for the
She's not just a
citizens. That's
veteran.
only recent.
She still serves. In fact, she's a colonel in the in the reserves, dude.
Yeah, well,
Still
I don't
serves.
trust her. I don't. She's
You
also
don't
tied to
trust
the
anybody.
WEF. She is
No,
literally a graduate of their Young Leaders program.
That
I
doesn't
get
mean
it.
that she's
Same
adhering
class as
to
Musk.
what they want.
We'll see, won't we?
I mean,
I get it. I get it though, because we have to keep an eye on her and
yeah,
Rama Maswamy too. We need to keep an eye on these two because they are too new. And with Tulsi, it is true that she did jump the board. She did jump the border to be on our side, but at the same time, even when she was a Democrat, she was too much of a common sense Democrat to stay on that
yeah.
side.
And what she did to Kamala, that's why they put her on that terror watch list. They were tapping her phones and stuff. If it wasn't for that whistleblower contacting her, she wouldn't have known.
You remember what she said about Kamala? You remember that day when
Yeah.
she yeah exposed Kamala Harris publicly? That was yeah.
But yeah, Sam, you don't trust anybody, and that's fine. I get it. You don't trust
I
anybody or
mean,
anything except for your tentacles.
look, we get people in office all the time. Every time we have an election, there are promises made and promises broken every damn time. I think Trump's going to try and do the best he can for us, and I think some of the people he's picking are probably also going to try and do the best he can for us. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't be skeptical of each and every person who is in Washington.
Of course not. They're human beings, just like the rest of us. I mean, I'm not saying that we should just blindly trust people. Of course not.
He says that he doesn't like the streak in her hair. I believe that that's what makes her charming. I think that that's what makes her that gives her a part of her charm is the gray streak. The Libra says that Tulsi is an old school Democrat, just like Trump. Trump is the
Just like
same thing.
Trump, yeah.
Yeah. RFK. I mean, RFK is kind of on our side, but also it feels kind of weird because he's not claiming to be a Republican either. He's just kind of
Well,
The
he's
the
he's out
only
there.
thing he should be dealing with is the medical side of things. The getting because like we know he hates pharma. We know he hates the way the medical industry is set up. We know he hates everything that Fauci was pushing. And I'm on board with that stuff. But he needs to stay the hell away from everything else.
Now, look, Samuel, it doesn't mean that he's gonna get into everything else. You gotta give the man a break, Samuel.
somebody
I
called her a
don't have to
skunk.
do a damn thing.
Guys, you said skunk. Stop it.
Beat the skunk. That's messed up. Look, she can't help that. In fact, you know what? And actually, I watched an interview with her. It was about a month ago, and it was a YouTuber that interviewed her, and he asked her how she got the gray streak, and she said it was during one of her deployments that she got so stressed out because of the death and stuff that was going around that that's where the streak came from. It was the stress that she of what she was going through when she was deployed.
It
That's where
happens.
the streak came from, and it does happen.
I know somebody who had the same thing. They had just one patch came out that was in the back right here around the crown, and it just never went back after the stress. It just
Yeah.
stayed that way. It says, yeah, Trump is basically a Democrat from the 90s. Exactly. So I'm like, but it's a shame that the party lines have moved so much that they're able to move that much because, yeah.
Zillage, I know why you don't trust JD Vance. Zillage is in Ohio. I mean, he didn't do anything bad in Ohio. It was just, Ohioans were just skeptical of him to begin with.
Trump is putting people in control of specific positions that don't have anything to do with their non-right leaning views.
Yep.
And that's the thing that I like. It's like I put people doing the job that they're best at. do the job that they're good at. And I think that's what Trump is good at. He's good at putting people in the positions that they need to be. But just like Samael said, Trump gets screwed over a lot. And he's not that great of a judge of character. I mean, we saw with Pence. He does get screwed over a lot. So we don't know. We thought Pence was down for us too, and then you see
I
how he
didn't. I knew a guy that was from the state that Pence was running, and he warned me about Pence. He was like, "Hey, you cannot trust that guy at all."
Hmm. I mean, and not only Pence, it's been a couple of others that Trump has been fooled by, where he trusted or he was told to trust, and then they backstabbed him. So it is true. Samuel is right that Trump is not that great of judge of, he's a little bit too trusting with some people,
Mhm.
but I think that this time he's going to do a lot better. And another thing is that he does put people in the jobs that they're good at. And the fact that he has that guy be the border czar, the Tom guy, that is the
Mhm.
perfect job for that man is to be the border
Tom
czar.
Homan, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tom Holland.
there you go. And then how you put Elon Musk, clean energy and electric, everything electric. He has Elon taken care of. I mean, he's putting people in the right positions where they need to be, where they are special at. They're geniuses. He's using our American geniuses for what they are intended to be used for. I love it. I love
And
it.
by the way, those of us in the African American community, we do claim Elon Musk.
You said in
Well,
the African American community?
In the African American community, we hereby claim Elon Musk.
Oh. Hi,
well, I mean,
Augusta. Augusta says, and don't trust Republicans more than Dems. I sure don't. I
Hell
sure
no.
don't. He
Well,
says,
you
at
know
least,
what?
hold on one second, please. One
I'm
second. Let me
holding.
read his comment. He
I'm holding
says,
on.
and don't trust Republicans more than Dems. At least a Democrat tells you what they want. A Republican neocon will sneak around and deceive you, acting like a Trump supporter.
That's true.
I believe that. That's extremely true. That's what we've been dealing with those kind of people recently in the last 4 years. You guys have seen how many people acted like they were down for the cause, and then as soon as stuff got hard or things got stressful, they just turned. They turned straight away, or they backstabbed us.
Well, I noticed. I mean, I'm not a Republican anyway, but even while the election was going on, I was looking at what was going on with the Green Party and how the DNC was basically doing to the Green Party and to their candidate what they were doing to Donald Trump. They were dragging him into court. They were hitting the Green Party and Jill Stein with false accusations and forcing Jill Stein to use her election funds to defend herself so that she couldn't campaign. And the Republicans stood by and did nothing.
Hmm. The other thing I wanted to ask you guys about was who is that person? There's somebody that is about to be. Hold on, I just saw it here. Somebody had just mentioned it. One second, I'm trying to. Oh yeah, the speaker or the press secretary. So press secretary, I think he said he was considering Candace Owens, wasn't he? Candace Owens, Marjorie Taylor Greene, I think, or what's the other one that we had? Kaylee. Who was the one that we had
Haley
before?
McEnany? No, I read he picked somebody else. He's already made a
he did.
choice.
He
It's some
picked.
lady I've never heard of.
I thought he was going to do Candace Owens.
He picked Kayleigh
Well, I think he.
McEnany's assistant when she was. No, no, no.
Huh. I don't
He
know,
can't.
but
He
I.
can't go with Miss Owens. No, if he wants to
It has to be somebody who is witty
cater
and
to.
who is a firecracker.
Everybody.
He picked Caroline Leavitt.
He already picked somebody?
Yeah, he picked somebody yesterday. I just looked. I couldn't remember her name, so I looked it up. But yeah, he
Dang.
picked Caroline Leavitt as White House press secretary.
Marcia says the Democrats, old school, were a good party who fought for people like us, but those days are gone. They've turned into the party of the elites, of the college educated, of the you're not good enough for this group kind of people. They've turned into that instead of being people who are down to earth, people of, the party of the people, of the working class. They're not that anymore.
And that's what Bernie Sanders said last week when he was blaming Nancy Pelosi for what happened. And the funny thing is, I think I told you that there was a video during Kamala Harris's what concession speech. There, Nancy Pelosi was on video getting yelled at by Stacey Abrams and some other lady, and she was crying, like after they were yelling at her.
Who was crying?
Nancy Pelosi.
What? What is up with all of these people on the left crying all the time? Jimmy Kimmel just cried. Nancy Pelosi.
Tim Walsh was crying at the concession speech. He was crying too.
Gosh, what is wrong with them? Crying? I mean, even Trump
They're
didn't
a bunch
cry.
of emotional children.
I mean, even Trump, when all that stuff was happening in 2020, he never cried in front of us. Cry when you're alone. Cry when you get home.
Golly, Zillage. You say cry more, witch.
Wow, they are weak. No, but you guys notice they're always having panic attacks and anxiety attacks and, oh, I have anxiety. I need my anxiety medication. I need to, oh my gosh. They're so weak. I'm going to go because my visa is going to be here soon.
Okay, well, make sure you get
because my visa is going to expire.
Yeah. Make sure you get your visa stamped, Amira.
Okay, listen. My pizza is going to be here. My pizza is going to be here. Okay? Just like you guys have to make me say daughter, and pizza.
I like the way you say daughter. I'm fine with the way you say daughter.
Daughter.
And Scoo. Don't forget Scoo.
School. I know. School.
No, school is fine. School is fine. Black people say it.
What other words do I say that are bad? I don't know. But anyway, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go now. This was good. Thank you, Zealage. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. I hope you guys enjoyed your time with me. That, I really enjoyed my time with you all. Pretty much every week. I enjoy the time. I look forward to it. I learn American really good. G3G, I'm learning American. Thank you. One day I'm going to be full American. American. Yeah, same time next week. I'll see you all here. And you guys have a great week. And get off the channel, both of you. Off. Go.
All right. Good night.
Good night. Bye. Yeah, I will see you guys this time next week, I hope. And I want to thank you all for being here with me. Have a great week, everyone. Enjoy. What is it? Is this week going to be short or is it next week? Yeah, next week is Thanksgiving week, isn't it? Okay, so this week is not, but next week. So we'll talk about that next week. And yeah, have a great week. Have a productive week. And with that, I yield my time. Good night, everybody.
Well, I say every day it's a getting closer to taking a bath with my fucking toaster.